What life-changing item can you buy for less than 100? Nice try, Jeff Bezos. Another monitor. Your productivity will increase dramatically. A nasal irrigation kit, either the electronic pump or simply the squeeze bottles. I started using them both leading up to surgery on my sinuses. And I haven't stopped using them since. It takes some getting used to. But the relief and clean feeling is amazing. Make sure you only use distilled water for nasal irrigation. There are horror stories out there of the consequences of running tap water up your nose. Brain-eating amoeba-type horror stories. Or boil the water. Pretty sure that was part of the instruction with my neti pot. And salt as well. Let it cool after you boil it, though. Just trying to keep you from getting sued. Tom. AeroPress coffee maker. The thing broke my wife of her 200 monthly Starbucks habit. The unit costs maybe 25 or so. Houseplants. They will make you happy looking after them. I recently bought a Venus flytrap. She caught her first fly today. So proud. New pair of socks. If you've been wearing the same pairs forever like I usually do, there's nothing like putting on a new pair of freshly bought socks. You can totally feel the difference. I never realized till was an adult sadly, but I appreciate the feeling of new socks all the time. I bought a one-back scratcher from an Asian market in town. Best one I ever spent. A decent light wake-up alarm clock. Completely changed my mornings. Don't think I could ever go back to using my phone or a simple alarm clock. If you have trouble getting up or functioning in the morning, and like a nice cup of coffee or tea, an electric kettle with a timer can be a real game changer. Or just getting an electric kettle if you don't have one. Vertical mouse. 20. Saved my wrist using it at work all day. It looks odd, but it feels so much more natural. I even got a bunch of people at my office to buy one after they tried mine. Undefined. A king-sized blanket for a queen-sized bed. I got a king for a double bed. Best decision ever. The double sheets fit the bed. But I couldn't snuggle completely under them without curling up. Now I can hide completely under the duvet stretched out. Best thing ever in the winter. If I pull the covers completely over myself, the boogeyman can't find me. Just make sure your foot doesn't hang over the edge of the bed. This post cost me over 400 so far. A glass breaker on a keychain. Push it against the glass of your car window and it shatters immediately, helping you get out of a car underwater, broken door, etc. Super cheap and life-saving. I have these things. They can cut your seat belt in a pinch. 2. In my opinion, definitely a weighted blanket if you have a hard time sleeping at night or have anxiety. They have some at Target for $25 currently. I just use the crushing weight of all my failures instead. Much cheaper. Motion sensor night lights. Can't tell you how many stubbed toes or falls they have prevented. Also a cheap intruder alarm. Get a motion activated toilet bowl light. They're amazing. Don't kill your eyes in the middle of the night when you gotta pee. Relatedly, a dimmer switch for the bathroom. Works in the middle of the night, as well as early mornings, as you can gradually increase the brightness to match your current tolerance for the world. Carbon monoxide detector. Post-it notes are far cheaper. Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do. I feel happy I recognize this. It's quite legendary. More than 110mm socket. Excuse me while I cry. 1/7/16 of an inch at a time. Blackout curtains for your bedroom. Changes your life if you want to sleep all day. I refuse to have them in my room after living like a vampire for a few years. Combine it with a wake-up light alarm clock. Block the sun. Then emulate its rise. The future is here. People. May sound simple, but a good pillow. It is amazing the change in body aches and sleep you see when you have a good pillow that fits you. I thought that I liked memory foam and other fancy pillows, but the real life changer for me was a buckwheat pillow. I have sleep apnea, and it allows me to get my head into the perfect position and keep it there comfortably. Edit. Before you go out and buy one, please research the pros and cons. They aren't for everyone. Consider them if you like a firmer pillow, occasionally wake up with an achy neck from lack of support, and want a pillow that breathes well. Someone in the comments has also pointed out that you will win every pillow fight you get into. Downsides are: if you shift around in your sleep a lot, you'll need to adjust the pillow to fit your new position. Adjusting the pillow and settling in makes a little bit of noise as the buckwheat husks rub against each other. Kind of like dry leaves crinkling. Some people are also allergic to buckwheat, but there are other similar fillings such as millet husks. Organic fillings also need to be replaced once in a while, since it breaks down over time. Oh man, did my life change when I got my buckwheat pillow. I tried using the standard pillows but could never find one that was comfy. Memory foam got too hot or would compress to a pancake. Getting used to the noise took like a week or so. But after that, pure bliss. Sunscreen. No skin cancer for me. For anyone that disagrees with this comment, I've had multiple skin cancer surgeries. It's not the scalpel cutting flesh away from your body that hurts the most during the procedure. It's whatever liquid they inject into you to deaden the nerves around the cancer that hurts. The needles don't hurt, but that speep they inject into you is effing nasty. Wear your sunscreen, kids. I am German-Irish and had a skin graft on my temple, and removal of a lymph node on my chest. My wife convinced me to go. Turns out that I should have been going to the dermatologist the whole time. She saved my life. I would have waited, it would have went from to lymph nodes to my brain and / or my lungs, and that would have been end of story. If my wife did not insist, I would not be here right now. So, I get to experience 2020. So, yeah. In all seriousness, I may not be here. Listen to your wife. The end result is I cannot spend more than an hour a day in the sun. I need to wear long sleeves and long pants and a ton of sunscreen even for a short time in the sun. What is my motivation? I get to piss off all the people that thought I should be dead. Screw you. I am staying alive to spite you. The only downside is my beautiful wife slaps on a ton of sunscreen every time I leave the house. I guess living well is the best revenge. Update note 1. Wow. Thank you for all the kind messages. And yes, I am doing well. And yes, I do know my wife is awesome. You all are awesome for all the support. Update note 2. To clarify, the surgeries were covered by my insurance with a copay. The reason I say this was less than a 100 is the advice from my wife was free and the copay for the dermatologist was 10. An air compressor to air up your tires. Got one off Amazon for $30. To add to this, a jumper. Basically a battery in a box that has battery clamps for jump starting your vehicle. Get one that has a DC/AC outlet so you can use it to power small electronics when you have a power outage at home. I would not recommend combination jumper/air compressor units. Would suggest separate jumper and air compressor. Note: doesn't hurt to have actual old-fashioned jumper cables too. A 10-foot charging cable. Or a quality pair of shoes. Beep me, I'm reading this hunched over with my phone plugged into an impossibly short charging cable. You might consider a USB extender, which comes in handy for other things as well. Then you can just plug it into whatever. Don't wanna sit at your desk for gaming? USB extender. Now you can sit at the couch and use the coffee table instead of your desk and the TV instead of your monitor. National Park Annual Pass. If you're a veteran with any % disability rating, they're free for life. Did not know this, thanks. If you have a large lawn or a property that requires a lot of yard work, get some 3M work tunes. About 50 and their combination hearing protection and Bluetooth headphones, so you can actually hear your music without destroying your eardrums. They're a good gift too for anyone you know with a lawn or wood shop or something. At my old house it was a 4 to 5 hour ordeal to mow and trim the property. I'd likely have went fully insane without those. Great idea. Useful on a plane too. With minor hearing loss from too many concerts in my 20s. I have to turn the volume to nearly max on a plane. So I usually just put in earplugs and can't watch or listen to anything. But this would help. Step 1. Throw away all your socks. Step 2. Buy 3 to 5 packages of the same sock. Step 3. Enjoy a life without ever having to match socks again. I used to only have these specific Adidas ankle socks, but they stopped selling them/changed them. It was a very sad day. A good shop vac. You will not believe how many uses around the house you'll find for it. Cobweb removal, water removal, gravel removal, vent cleaning, soot trap cleaning. After a good scrub, since it's likely dirty from other tasks, car vacuuming, dust sucking. The list goes on. Seriously, if you plan to buy or already own a home, go get a shop vac. My wife said we needed a new vacuum and made the mistake of sending me out to get one. I love my new shop vac. LMAO. Fitted sheet straps. They keep cheap sheets from popping up at the corners. So now I can use soft sheets that don't cost a fortune, and my sleep is undisturbed by them popping loose, greatly improving my quality of life. A basic skincare routine. I'm talking like cleanse, moisturize, sunscreen, and if you're really adventurous/in need, get yourself a topical for acne or concerns. Amazing for your self-esteem. And also becomes a form of self-care eventually. It's so easy to forget to take care of yourself. First aid kit. Similarly, a fire extinguisher. My dad was a firefighter. When my wife and I bought our first house, my dad gave us 6 fire extinguishers, a box of 9 volts, and a life ladder. Man, I miss that guy. I can only imagine the pride on his face as he relishes in the "of course you did" look on your face. Sounds like a great guy and a better father. I hope he's resting easy. Thanks, internet stranger. I really appreciate that. Foam roller. An electric kettle. I'm American. A dash cam for your car can protect you from wrongful claims, also vandalisms and theft. I got one. Although I have never been in an accident before, knock on wood. The peace of mind that it gives me to know that I have backup evidence or anything of that sort for future issues is calming. Best $50 spent in the last 30 days. A good showriad. I cannot stress enough how a high-quality showriad can turn getting clean into utterly zen. 30-minute self-healing and relaxation session. Undefined. Bonus points for a detachable Shoriat and extra double bonus points if you are a lady who enjoys that particular brand of flying solo. 24M. I bought a book online about SQL for like $25 and then a course on Udemy for like $11.99. But went from a job earning $35,000 to $55,000 because I took time to learn a new skill. And if I end up staying and becoming a higher level analyst, salary is around 70-75K. Maybe data analysis isn't your gig, but learning a skill can be cheap in terms of money. More time consuming than anything but worthwhile. A hammock. Bought my Eno a year ago and I have no idea what I did without it. You can literally post up anywhere and everywhere and it will encourage you to go outside a lot more. Should I stay inside and lay down? Or shall I go outside and lay down? Up. An electric toothbrush. A used instrument. A passport. Although, it depends where in the world you are. Where I am it is less than the equivalent of US 100. As a Canadian it is really upsetting to hear about all the things that can supposedly be had for 100 in other places. Meat thermometer. No more cutting open meat to see if it's done, thus leaking juices. A good everyday carry pocket knife. I use mine several times a day. A slow cooker. A Kindle or library card. A juicer/blender. A donation to adopt a pet from an animal shelter. A printer.